So what did I bring on the trail? Let's have a look. First of all, I got my Salomon Advanced Skin 12 running vest. I can't run at the moment. I've actually got a stress fracture in the neck of my femur, and I can't do any trail running, so I'm doing this hiking. But this trail running vest is going well. This is usually for ultra trails, for longer trails, but it's got everything that I need in it here for this hike, including a camp stove, a raincoat, heaps of first aid gear to be safe, heaps of spare water, food, and a few other things. So let's have a look. Why don't we start with the chest, pockets and compartments. So we've got two 500ml waters, Salomon waters, and on the left hand side here in the zip, I got my headphones and my car keys. And then I've got 3 of these little lenses that sometimes I'll put on the iPhone. They're from Moment. I've got a wide lens, tele lens, and a fisheye lens. And then on the left-hand side is where I'll bring my food. So what I've got left so far is a Cliff Bar and an energy gel, this Pure Sports Nutrition Fluid Energy Gel. And I got my trusty Leatherman. All right, let's have a look at the top. In the top, I've squeezed in my Patagonia wind breaker. Squeezes down to that, it's pretty good. Let's have a look at the back zipper. So I bought an extra litre of water. First of all, so I could use it in my camp stove, but second of all, just in case. A travel spork, and 2 things, my camp stove and my first aid kit. We'll go through those in a sec. I got some spare tech gear. Got my Petzl Active Core headlight. And then I've got my rain jacket, because it is pretty cloudy, so I thought I'd better take it. I thought I was going to get rained on today. I've got my Patagonia raincoat. All right, let's have a look at this camp stove. It's really cool. I got it as a present from my wife and daughter. Everything I need packs into there. It's so good. So this is a titanium cup, 700ml, 750ml Tokes titanium cup. And then inside that, I'll put a chucks for cleaning my hands, cleaning the titanium cup, and just generally having an all-round tea towel. I've got the stove, which I'll go through in a minute. And then I've got the butane gas can to start. So I put it in this kind of compression sock here just to keep it a bit safe. It's a Jetboil, Jet Power, isobutane, 100 grams. Okay, so that slips back in there like that. And then in here is the stove. It's a Soto. And look at the size of it. So the stove top comes up and then it screws onto the butane canister. It's really cool. So perfectly fits back in there. Chucks perfectly squeezes in around it. The lid goes on. Nice. All right, let's go through what I would bring in my first aid kit. So this is a big amount of stuff. This is quite large. I've packed a fair bit in here today, primarily because it's got heaps of snake bandages in here. There's been increased snake sightings around here. Now we're getting into the warmer weather here in southeast Queensland on the Gold Coast. So I want to make sure they're in here, but I've also got some other stuff too. I'm on a hike, I'm a dad, I don't want to get hurt, I want to make sure I'm safe. If I was going on a bit more of an adventure, trail run adventure, where I really wanted to lighten up, I'd take at least half, maybe a third the size of this in first aid gear. So the first thing I have, which is what I definitely wouldn't take on a major trail run, except for my license, is my wallet. I just didn't want to leave it in the car. So it's squeezed in there, but it's got my license in it. Then I got 3 snake bandages, and I've got one extra one, the special ones, the smart bandage, where you pull it to the square, and that's when you know that it's tight enough around your limb. Thermo blanket. PLB1 ocean single. So I've had this about 3 years. It's got 7 years battery life. It's always on, it's always ready to go. I'm never gonna have to use it. Let's hope. I have a compass just in case. I didn't bring a paper map, so it's not gonna be doing me a lot of good, but I'm on a trail where I'm not gonna get lost. I had a whistle. It's always fun. Loud, not nice out here on the trail, but... And then really in terms of first aid itself, I got really minimal amount of things. I got a mirror. That's going to come in handy if I need to reflect right here, and people can see me on this mountaintop if I need to get rescued. And then most of the time I bring these little tick forceps to pull out ticks. Although you can pull them out with normal tweezers as well. So for some reason I've got normal tweezers in here too. Probably don't need both, but it's such a small amount there that why not? And then I got like 3 or 4 band-aids of different sizes. I have an iPad as well. That's it. That's in the first aid. And that's everything that goes in this Solomon trail running vest. That's getting me around for a day hike. Really, the only extra thing I'd need for overnighter, obviously, is a sleeping bag and a tent, which then means I'd have to go with a backpack from this point on. But it's so nice just doing all this with just a running vest on. Makes me feel like I'm still out trail running when actually I'm hiking. Of course, the other gear that I've got is the gear that I'm filming with. Obviously, I'm filming the gear I'm filming with my normal iPhone, which I always bring for maps and for calls, but just keep it on low battery. But then I film with this iPhone Pro 12 and this Insta360 stick with the Rode adapter. Turns it into a tripod, and then you can screw this on here. The phone goes in there,